Hello and welcome to Sodanonymous. I'm your host, Sodanonymous. Today's soda I'm going to review is Coca-Cola Cherry. Now I've written some notes on Coca-Cola Cherry, so let's go over that real quick, shall we? Coca-Cola Cherry originally premiered alongside several other potential flavors at the Knoxville World's Fair as Cherry Coke in 1982. After Cherry Coke was the clear favorite, it officially released nationwide in February of 1985. Cherry Coke was inspired by a popular homemade mixture you could grab at your local soda fountain or drugstore in the decades before its official release. Your bartender, or soda jerk as they were called then, would mix cherry syrup into your Coke, and there it was, Cherry Coke. Growing up, I had something similar to this kind of mixture called a Rodgers. Instead of cherry, it was grenadine syrup. Those are really good, so if you get the chance, go ahead and order one. Anyway, in 1991, Cherry Coke reformulated into a new and improved taste that it still contains to this day. According to my research, this new taste was created to more closely emulate the classic experience of ordering a Coca-Cola with cherry syrup at a fountain. The cherry flavor is supposedly far more pronounced than this reformulation. Cherry Coke was renamed Coca-Cola Cherry in 2005. The drink is currently available in the regular and zero varieties. There is a version available as of 2017 in a diet variety called Diet Coke Feisty Cherry. This replaced the original Diet Cherry Coke and has an added peppery spice. All right, well, with that out of the way, let's get on with the review. All right, I'm going to pop this open and we're going to get a smell test here. I love that noise. All right. All right, first things first, we've got the color. It looks standard cola flavor. If there's any difference, I don't really see it. Not extra reds or anything like that. Nice and carbonated. Let's give it a smell. That's a major difference. All right, with the smell, the first thing I notice is it's a blast of cherry. It's a really strong cherry smell. I'd say the Coke, the dark smell of the Coke is sort of masked by the cherry. Now, the cherry itself is already a dark flavor, which is why I think it combines with the Coke so well. This is the flavor that's lasted the longest. But it's sort of a different dark kind of smell. The usual lemony hint of or acidic smell of Coke is completely gone, so there's none of that aspect. Yeah, it's strong notes of cherry with a hint of cola underneath. It doesn't smell like full-bodied Coca-Cola. It's kind of a lighter, lighter notes of Coke. Anyway, that's the smell. Let's give it a taste here. That's really good. Yeah. Cherry Coke and I have a bit of a history. It's been a while since I've had it, but it's always enjoyable when I come back to it. I've always associated Cherry Coke with going to the movie theater. I'm not quite sure why, but as a kid, every single time I would go to my local theater, I would get the tall Cherry Coke in the, with ice. I usually don't drink my sodas with ice because I don't like it watered down. But as a kid, they had that sort of textured ice, that really sort of shredded ice that you can get at some restaurants. And, at the movie theater, they'd serve it up really full with that ice, and it was always a really, really tasty experience. But it's nice having it again. All right, well, that tangent aside, it's almost got a Dr. Peppery taste. And Dr. Pepper always struck me as more of a cherry soda with a little something extra. This, it takes almost the cherry from Dr. Pepper, and it puts it in a Coke where it's not battling against the cherry as much. Now I know that's not literally what's happening because Dr. Pepper is its own thing. It's not part of Coca-Cola, but the comparison is there. Okay, so the primary flavor is the cherry, and it's not a very natural tasting cherry, so it's not like you're literally biting a cherry. It's also not like a dark or a tart cherry. It's more of a candied cherry, which I think is quite good. I'd say the sweetness level is about the same as a normal Coca-Cola, which is nice. I don't think I'd want it much sweeter than that. Almost no tongue bite. Very little. And with standard Coca-Cola, that's, to me, part of the experience. I enjoy the acidity of it, the bite from it. And you're not going to get that from this, so it's a much nicer, calm soda. It's not gonna bite your tongue. All right, well, it is, like I said, predominantly cherry. It's got an undernote of Coke, which I think is an interesting move. I'm not sure if it was the same way as the 80s. Like I said, they changed the formula in 1991, and supposedly it's a lot more cherry now. So it might have been, back then it was Coke with a hint of cherry, and now it's cherry with a hint of Coke. But regardless, I wasn't alive then, and I have no way of getting it now. But this version is very good. Predominantly cherry, and it lacks that typical Coke bite. So if you're more of a Pepsi drinker, this might be easier for you, because it's not going to get you that tongue hit. Yeah, it's really quite good. It goes down very smooth, and it's just a combination that works. I wouldn't say it's a 50-50 mix. It is mostly cherry. If you've ever had Cheerwine, it leans more towards that. Whereas with Dr. Pepper, it certainly tastes 50-50 between cherry and the rest of Dr. Pepper's stuff. But anyway, I like it a lot. I enjoy it. I will drink this in the future. This is regularly in my rotation. There are often times where I will choose this over regular Coke, which is a glowing recommendation for it. And as a flavor, I'm not surprised that it's the one that's stuck around the longest. And yeah, it's very good. As for a rating, I'm going to go ahead and give it... I'm going to give it a 9. I really, really like it. This is great. I couldn't have it every day, whereas Coke, I could have it every day and not complain. Cherry Coke, I think the way I drank it as a kid, where I kind of had a special place where I would drink it, and it was kind of a treat. I would enjoy it on occasion, is the right way to have this soda. If you are, as I said before, more of a Pepsi drinker, and the bite of Coke kind of scares you away, give this a shot, because it does have the special notes that Coke has that Pepsi lacks, but it doesn't have that strong bite, and it's got a nice cherry taste along with it. So yeah, this is really good. 9 out of 10. What do you guys think? I know a lot of people like this soda better than regular Coke, so do you feel that way? Do you prefer regular Coke? Let me know down in the comments below. And that about wraps it up for today, so I hope to see you next time.